Hello, everyone. David from Mortgage Choice. It's Tuesday, the 5th of December, and the Reserve Bank today decided not to increase interest rates. So, very welcome news for those of us heading into the holiday period where we tend to spend a little bit more than normal. We don't have to worry about another rate rise. So, very, very welcome news. During the Reserve Bank meeting notes, they normally use those notes to explain why they've decided to leave rates on hold. And it was interesting that this month they spent a great portion of their meeting notes defending the position that they took last month. If you remember back to November, they decided to increase interest rates on Cup Day. And in their meeting notes today, they advised that they were using incomplete inflation data to make that decision. And they were kind of guesstimating where they thought inflation might land. And when the inflation figures came out yesterday, that we had dropped from 5.6% inflation down to 4.9%, and we're getting closer and closer to that target band of 2 to 3% that we're trying to achieve. They decided that we are on track to be where we need to be within the next 12 to 18 months, and they can leave interest rates on hold. So they really took a softer approach to what they were at last month when they decided to increase interest rates. And that gives me some confidence that hopefully we are at the end of the cycle and that we will start to see the rates plateau for a period of time before they start coming down at the end of 2024, coming into 2025. So there'll still be another at least 12 to 18 months before we start to see some reprieve and these interest rates softening. But good news from the Reserve Bank this afternoon. Some other data that came out, obviously we had the inflation figures that came out yesterday and a big decrease in inflation in that report. We also saw a report from ANZ. They track job ads and said that the job ads around the country were down about 5 or 6%. So it's a sign that companies are no longer needing as many people as they first thought, reducing the amount of staff that they keep on to, I guess, where the cost of all these interest rate rises. So very good signs that we're heading in the right direction. The other sign that we saw yesterday was an increase in the Aussie dollar. So international currencies, we had the Aussie dollar being pummeled over the last couple of months. And that means that when manufacturers and providers here are trying to bring goods into the country, it's costing us more, which exacerbates that problem with inflation. So as currency exchange increases, it means that it eases the cost of us bringing goods into the country. So all very good signs from what the Reserve Bank said this afternoon. They still take a wait and see approach, and that leaves them the opportunity to increase interest rates whenever they want, but good signs so far. Fixed rates. Fixed rates are still quite high. A lot of banks over the last couple of weeks increased their fixed rates, expecting the Reserve Bank to increase rates this month. And so fixed rates right now are really, really unattractive compared to variable rates. Most fixed rates are sitting anywhere between the 6.4 up to 6.6% for a 1 or a 2 year rate. Some banks are offering a little bit lower than that, but most are sitting above the variable rates that we can get now. And if the Reserve Bank is done increasing interest rates, then it looks more and more likely that variable rates will go. And it's probably 95% to 5% clients are going for variable rates. So if you were thinking about a fixed rate, then let's have a chat and maybe consider what we expect the next 12 to 24 months to look like before you jump into locking yourself into that higher rate. This is the last announcement for the Reserve Bank for 2023. The next announcement will be in February. So we skipped the January announcement. So we've got a bit of time off and having to worry about interest rate rises. And hopefully we see further signs of the economy slowing down and inflation coming down when we speak again in February. In the meantime, my office will be working all the way throughout the Christmas break and over the holidays. So if you need anything from us, then we'll be available for you. I'll be personally taking some time off in January, but still available for appointments. So you've got the link to the calendar that we'll put in the email below if you need to book in a time to meet with me either before Christmas or after. Lock in some time and we'll have a chat. If you are struggling, again, as I've always said, try and have a chat with us as early in the piece as possible. The sooner you come to us and explain that you've got some hardship or some difficulty in making repayments, the more options we have to try and alleviate that. So please let us know. Also, too, over the Christmas holidays, and especially in January when things are really quiet, it's a great time to kind of review your financial position. Debt consolidations are a massive, massive discussion for clients in January. We do more debt consolidations in January than we do in probably the entire year. And debt consolidations are where we take credit card debt, personal loans, car loans, and we amalgamate those into one loan under your home loan so that it gives you a smaller required repayment. It gives you hopefully a lower interest rate and just makes things easier to manage. So if that's something that sounds attractive to you, then please let us know. And obviously, rate reviews. If you're keen to review your rate to see if we can do something a bit more competitive, please send us an email. Let us know what rate you're sitting on now, and we'll have a look and see if we can improve it. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a great holiday break. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll speak to you in the new year. Thank you.